Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So we're going to get a couple of things knocked out in this video, one of which is something to do with the seats that we just installed. If you saw my last video, we just installed some Recaro pole positions in the car. Absolutely love them, but I have yet to drive the car because I want to make sure it's safe and I get everything done that I need to get done before I go out and enjoy it. So the one thing that needs to be done is actually get all the warning systems and everything off of the car. You actually need to get them coated out. So since we took the stock seats out, which are over here that have the airbags, the Recaros do not have the airbags. You're gonna get warning messages on the screen. Basically the car is gonna say like, hey, where's the airbags? What's going on? So there's a couple different companies out there that can do this. I actually ended up going with Alpine MSS. One of the more popular ones. It's actually one of the ones that most people recommended them to me. They've been super helpful, and I got a schedule or an appointment tonight to get it done. So they're actually going to tap into my car via Ethernet cable and a laptop, and they're going to code those out for me. So once that's done, I'll be able to drive the car properly and safely, and I won't have any errors or anything, and everything else will be functioning properly. I also do need to take the seats back out. I actually want to move them over one notch on the Mach Chanel mounts. Right now they're in the center, but I want to move it over one so it's a little bit closer to the center console, especially the driver's seat, since I'm a little bit more to the left of the steering wheel. Moving it over one notch will allow me to be directly center with the steering wheel. So I do need to take them back out. It is going to be a decent amount of work since I basically need to remove the seats completely, unbolt everything, and redo it. So I don't know if I'm going to capture that on film. I don't think I'm going to do that tonight because it is absolutely brutal here in New Jersey the last few weeks. It's been like 95 plus degrees for the last, I feel like the entire summer, and crazy humidity. Right now it's like 99 in this garage. Absolutely brutal. But I'm going to be doing that in a few days. I may get some clips of me doing that just so you guys can see it. But also I want to knock something else out on the car as well. If you guys, I'll show you in a little bit. The terminal under here, the battery terminal, there's a little red cover. I was looking for some solutions to either find one that's in black or just paint it. But my buddy Lucas Dubcest, if you guys know him on Instagram, very popular F80. He has the Atlantis blue. Absolutely perfect and most amazing F80 ever. Took a lot of inspiration from him over the years. It's been honestly my favorite F80 still to this day. But he actually reached out and was like, hey, I actually painted mine Atlantis blue. And I was like, oh, cool. Did I&D do it for you? Did you get a paint shop? And he's like, no, actually, there's a company called Scratches Happen. They will supply aerosol cans of your paint codes. So if you can see in there, it says B39, which is mineral gray metallic, and you also get some clear coat as well. So I'm going to paint match that. So it adds a little bit of detail. I don't have anything red on the car, and every time I pop the hood, I see that red. It bothers the crap out of me. So we're going to paint match it to mineral gray. It's going to look nice with the Morimoto charge cooler and everything. So it's going to add a nice little detail that usually most people overlook or don't even bother with. So we're going to get those things knocked out in this video. We'll see what else we get up to. But first, let me go and get set up. My appointment is in about 20 minutes. So let me get the laptop set up, get the Ethernet cable all situated, and I'll kind of walk you through what they're doing and kind of show you the process. All right, guys, we are all set up. We got the computer here, borrowing a buddy's Windows laptop. I use Mac, and they need to use Windows to get this done. So got the Ethernet cord plugged into the OBD2. Now I'm just waiting for Alex from Alpine to hop on and get this started. But once we get going, I'll kind of show you guys what they're doing, and it should be only a couple minutes, should be really quick, but figured I'd document this process since it is important, and I know a lot of you have questions about the seats and how to handle all the airbags and everything like that. So I'll catch back up with you guys in a little bit once he hops on, and we should be good to go. All right, so Alex just jumped on. We're doing Team Viewer. He gave me the code and everything, so we are about to get going. I have the car connected. I'm waiting for him to well, actually I have to turn the car on now, I believe, so let me turn that on. It says awaiting vehicle connection. So he should have access to that shortly. There we go. There's all my information. So he's going to get going. I'm just kind of following along, letting him do his thing. But if you can see in there, you can see the, what's it say? The driver restraint system lights going on. Got them on the, what do you call it? The screen over there. So those are going to be removed. It's only the two. It's a driver and passenger. Once things get going and he starts doing things, I'll let you know what he's doing. But right now, nothing. Just guess I'm waiting to hear back from him. All right, so my car is starting to make some noises. My guess is he's doing what he needs to do. He's over in California, so he's 3 hours behind me. And this is actually after hours, so huge shout out to Alpine MSS. Alex, I appreciate it. He's doing this off-peak hours and getting this done for me. So All right, so I just noticed all the notifications and the warnings went off. So my guess it's already done. That literally took maybe like a minute and a half. So I'm gonna wait to hear from him to let me know what to do next. Most likely just turn the car off and I should be set. But yeah, pretty darn quick. I'll update you guys in a bit once I hear from him. All right, guys, all finished up. So if we turn the ignition on, we no longer have any airbag restraint warnings or anything. That is it. All clear, everything is good. The only notifications I do have, I have to reset the tire pressure monitor, which you just drive, but that's pretty typical when you code and stuff like that. But yeah, so pretty awesome. Huge shout out to Alex. He actually hooked me up with a few other things. He hooked me up with Euro MDM, so it doesn't interfere, the traction doesn't interfere as much in MDM, so more fun. He also gave me GTS rear differential, which helps a little bit with the overall driving aspect of it, and the experience is a little bit more loose, a little bit more fun. So really do appreciate that. Got everything set. So now we can move on to the little battery terminal cover. We're gonna get that knocked out. All right, guys, we got the seats all situated, so now we're gonna be moving on to this. So if you look in the engine bay, absolutely nothing red. I mean, I guess you can say the Eventury V logos, which are just decals. I can take them off if I wanted, but otherwise that is an eyesore. It kind of catches my attention anytime I look at the engine bay and there's nothing red on the car whatsoever. Now with any paint work or detail or anything like that, the prep is what makes the final result look the best. So we're gonna go ahead and clean this up really well. I'm just gonna use some all-purpose cleaner, wipe it down with some IPA, let it dry completely. Then we are gonna go ahead and do a couple layers of the mineral gray. Probably just do 2 or 3 depending on how well it coats and kind of goes over that. I'm gonna let that dry for a few hours. It's super humid and super hot in this garage right now. It's about like 95 to, I would say 99 degrees. It's very warm in here. So it's gonna dry pretty quickly, which is good. It's gonna help the process and kind of let it cure a little bit better. Now it's already plastic, so it does have kind of a scratchy, kind of grab to it. So the paint's gonna adhere to it really well. So I'm not gonna do any sanding or anything, but I just wanna make sure I'm gonna clean it up really well. So to remove it, all you gotta do is just kind of pop out the little tabs, and we got it out of place right there. So the top is pretty clean, but as we can see inside, it is not. Again, I'm just gonna use some all-purpose cleaner. So we're gonna use some Kachemi Green Star, clean this up, use a brush, get in all the cracks and crevices, use some IPA to wipe it all down for any oils and anything like that, and then we can go ahead and get painting. So let me go ahead and clean it up first. All right, guys, so we got a little makeshift kind of painting area. Just hang it with some fishing line off the ladder, and we should be good. There's no wind tonight or anything like that, so it should be fine. But got it cleaned up really nice, so we're gonna go ahead and do a couple coats of mineral gray, and we should be good. Did one really quick light coat. I'm gonna let that dry for about 10 minutes and then kind of start layering it on, and it should start covering it much better. But looking a little weird right now, but I promise you it's gonna look awesome when it's done. All right, guys, so I ended up taking it off my little ladder here. There was too much, it's too light of a piece, and when you would spray it, it would just kind of fly everywhere, and it was hard to kind of get even coverage. But I put it in the box here, and it's coming out much better, so I'm kind of able to focus more of the paint and get it the way I want it. So this is about the 3rd coat that I've done, 3rd quick coat. I'm gonna get in all the little cracks and crevices there, but it's turned out pretty nice. Now this is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like paint quality or on the car quality, but definitely looks much better than the red. So I'm going to let this kind of cure a little bit and then do a couple more coats, and then we can move on to the clear once this dries a little bit more. Alright guys, all finished up. Turned out really nice. I'm happy with it. For the product and everything, it's a really good match. Obviously the gloss level is not like a car, but it's close enough that it's going to look decently good on the car, and I'm just happy it's not red anymore. There it is on the car. I'm actually going to wait a little bit longer for it to completely cure. I don't want to clip it in just yet and chip the paint, but I mean, look how much better that looks without the red. I am super happy with the outcome. Huge shout out to Lucas Dubsess for recommending me this. I was just going to paint it black, but I'm so much happier with the mineral gray. It just really kind of flows really well with the charge cooler and obviously the color of the car and everything. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you have any questions about the MSS tuning and coating and everything, I'll leave links below. Same thing for the paint. If you guys are interested in doing this, I'll leave a link below for you guys as well. But that's going to do it for this one. If you have any questions at all, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.